Hello, my name's Peter Wright and I'm the age of 62 and I was diagnosed with prostate cancer 2.5 years ago. At the time, after my diagnosis, my consultant gave me two options, of which I was not aware of at the time, but you have to make this decision yourself. So therefore, you have to make an informed decision of what type of treatment you can undergo in a totally uninformed state. My two options were radical prostatectomy or a radiotherapy treatment. I did considerable research on the net. I bought books, etc., which I think was very helpful to me because I was then able to understand the problem much greater than what I was given the information. Though you're given at the hospital a very small amount of information, you yourself have to do a lot of research, and I think it helps you if you do a lot of research because you can understand the problem. And in actual fact, in many cases, it reduces the fear. After having done considerable research and realising that I had only two options, I had a long secondary conversation with the consultant that could carry out the radical prostatectomy, and I similarly had a very long conversation with the consultant that would carry out radiotherapy. The decision I took was to go for radiotherapy, and the reason for this decision is that at the time I was a one-man business and I was advised that there would be a considerable time of hospitalisation and subsequent recovery period, may extend to something like 6 months, and that would have meant that I would have gone out of business because literally I had to be every day by my business. Radiotherapy is nowhere near so intrusive into your life, and you can have radiotherapy treatment over a period of time, and if you're near the hospital, it's very helpful. If you're not near the hospital, not quite so helpful. This has to be considered. Your proximity to a hospital, you have to visit a hospital every day, and the time period that you're at the hospital could be an hour or less. So my actual treatment was 37 sessions of radiotherapy, which was every day over a 6-week period, every working day, which I attended. The actual therapy is very inobtrusive. It does not intrude into your life. It is totally pain-free and in no way has any adverse effect on you. The only consideration that I can give is that post-treatment, after the levels of 37 operation or treatments, you do have a considerable amount of pain in your anal region for something like 2 weeks, but you can take painkillers, but I can assure you after the 2-week period it's totally gone, and so far the treatment has been successful and I have no adverse side effects, though some have been advised, but at this point in time, I'm now 2 years post-treatment, I feel fine, absolutely fine, and I felt absolutely fine throughout the whole of the treatment, and I did not suffer radiotherapy sickness as I was informed I could possibly suffer radiotherapy sickness. I did not, and I'm very fortunate that I didn't have any of these side effects.